Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones 4.0, and obviously this is going to be coming out to ModDB and Nexus relatively soon, so make sure to check that out. Well, maybe add it to your bookmarks or something like that on your browser or whatever, and then you're going to be able to make it there much easier when it does actually release. Anyway, I do have a bow. I just didn't use it in the previous episode, so I'm going to actually try to use that a little bit here, because these guys actually don't have too many shields, so this should be pretty simple for us. Actually, surprisingly enough, it feels to me like bows in this mod are much more effective than they are in the base game. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Because usually that doesn't really happen, but yeah, I'm actually really pleased about that, because obviously if you don't know this, then the base game, they actually kind of changed things around a little bit. They kind of made it a little bit more difficult to utilize a bow and actually deal significant damage with it. Whereas, in this mod, it seems to actually be working quite well. Or at the very least, I'm actually getting quite a few kills. I do have to be a little better with it, because let's face it, I'm going to have to level myself up. I'm going to have to level my my bow skill up quite dramatically for it to be, well, any semblance good, because otherwise it's just going to be one of those things where I just have a skill and it basically does nothing, Anyway, I'll just take these guys right here. I do need to get some more horses. That is going to be a pretty big deal. I have actually been looking for some additional tasks. I did go to a nearby village. I purchased an additional horse. That's pretty much it. And then I sold a couple of things. And yeah, so that's pretty much all that I could really do there. Anyway, as I say, I do want to get some additional, I think I need war mounts, don't I? That's probably not going to be doable at this point in the game, because war mounts, they're not that expensive, but obviously I don't really have any money. That's the thing. I mean, 6,000 is good for the early game. I think it's perfectly fine. But the problem is we're going to need much more than that to be able to make it work long term. And being able to purchase war mounts on a regular basis is definitely going to be something much, much more difficult to do at this point without having any kind of economy. Anyway, a minus 30% accuracy penalty while moving. That sounds like a pretty decent idea to me. That's what I'm going to go for, even though the headshot damage does seem pretty fun to me. Anyway, these guys actually are pretty simple for us to deal with. Just going to go in for a nice little auto resolve there. I'm hopeful that we'll actually be able to participate in a couple of extra tournaments as well. Can I actually just mouse over this and see? No. As you can see, there is actually a little extra flare, shall we say, on the neck of the horse, which basically indicates, yeah, you need war mounts for this, because I can't mouse over that for some reason. Anyway, we'll go and get some more bowmen here, using another horse to level this guy up as well. Ooh, we actually got another horse, a step horse in actual fact. Yeah, that's actually something that I wanted to mention as well. Basically, if you think about it, getting horses, or shall we say getting enemies that have horses as a primary function of travel, like for example the DOTHRAKI, that's actually fantastic, because then you can very easily and quickly, if you're actually faster than them, because let's face it, it's probably going to be pretty difficult for me to even catch up to some of these guys, which is a little bit irritating, to be honest, but, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. But the point is, if we do end up defeating a relatively large band of DOTHRAKI, we should be pretty good, because they have a significant portion. There's 10 broken men over here. I wouldn't mind fighting them. If I can? No? Okay, fine. They apparently just ran away in a direction that I had no idea where they were going. Anyway, here we go. This is actually perfect. Look at this. I do have a war mount, hilariously enough. I'm using it, but that's obviously not something I'm going to swap out right now, am I? No, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, let me just take a quick look here. And I'm just going to sell all of this. There we go. We just paid 500 for all those horses, which is actually very nice. And now we're moving fast. Oh yeah, now we're moving real fast. Unfortunately, I don't want to go into a battle with this vassal. I'd like to, go into the battle by myself, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Because obviously, any single time a vassal joins us, we really don't want to share the rewards, do we? No, we really don't want to share that. Anyway, let me see if I can get some long-range kills, because this is obviously the best way. I've shown that time and time again in the past, where we've gone into a battle and I, shot some people from relatively far distances away, and then you're able to get significant riding skill gains as well as ranged gains, whether that be bow skill, crossbow skill, or thrown weapon skill. It's all the same. So yeah, it's going to give you some pretty decent increases, and hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of polearm kills as well, even though the polearm is probably not going to be a big priority for me at the moment, because I very much want to try and level up our bow skill so that we can actually utilize bows much more effectively. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to continue trying to level these guys up as much as we can. We have a Valerian man-at-arms. Let me actually just see what... Aha! These guys go into two different units. So we've got the captains here. They have a shield, they have a lance, and they have a sword. Right. Okay, I'm not a big fan of that. These guys have a... Okay, these guys have a polearm and... okay. These guys have a polearm in the form of a pike, but the others have a lance. I'm going to assume that the pikemen are probably going to be the better option here, primarily because, well, pikes in general are anti-cavalry, and if they are indeed infantry, which of course they are indeed infantry, of course. You know, they don't have their mounts or anything, then it would probably be a good idea for them to go for that. So yeah, we're just going to make some pikemen. I could be wrong about this, of course, because let's face it, it's me. You never know what I'm going to do. Just random sometimes, but yes. Anyway, there we go. We were able to achieve victory with the task, which is very nice. There are some mounted raiders here. It would be quite nice if we could get into a battle with them. I am disorganized at the moment, so it is going to take me a little bit longer to catch up to them, but maybe I'll be able to. And I'm very much hoping that what we'll try is a nice little auto-resolve there. We lost one person, but that's absolutely fine. We got some good gold. Oh, I got a Masterwork Falchion as well. That's actually really good. There's also a hideout here. Aha. Right, okay. I'm kind of hoping that there is a task nearby to eliminate the hideout. Usually I like to do that instead. Right. Okay. Seems like I'm just going to have to do this the other way, which is not... It's not really what I like to do that much, you see, because what I actually prefer is finding the hideout quest, because if I find a hideout quest, it's going to give you, what, 2,000 gold or something on top of, you know, the various pieces of loot from the bandits' unsavory gains, you know, on top of it. So it's actually really nice, but unfortunately, they seem to be just giving me the brigand things. Wait a minute, I'll hunt down two bands of brigands for you. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine, but I also want to do a tournament. Ooh, this is absolutely perfect. Okay, this is wonderful. Okay, now, here's the thing. Whenever I say, oh my, this is perfect, you know what happens? I get killed. Yeah. Okay, so let's try a little bit of a... Let's try hard, okay? Let's try hard. You know, whenever I say that as well, it never goes well. So yeah, this is going to be a bit problematic. Potentially, we are up against the DOTHRAKI. They've given me thrown weapons, which is actually not bad. I feel, at least, not too bad with... Well, never mind. You know, I was going to say, I'm not too bad with thrown weapons. Oh, there we go. There's a nice hit. And there's okay, there we go. Okay, I was actually proving myself to be somewhat accurate with my statement, even though, let's face it, there are times where I'm just literally not going to hit anything. Oh, nice hit. Oh, okay. Hello. That is what I like to see. All right, here we go now. Okay, so we've still got the same relative units that we're going to have to fight. Nothing... Oh, this is a slashing polearm? Oh, okay, I didn't realize. I was actually thinking to myself that it was a thrusting one, so I was just going to thrust at them. This is so easy, though. Literally, the slashing polearms in this game are absolutely amazing. Please don't get killed. Okay, there we go. Whew. I was a bit worried about that for a real quick second. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we have enemies that are actually named. So this is going to be real bad. If my guy goes into a battle and actually gets himself hit a number of times, we're going to be fighting a 1 versus 2. No. Okay, there we go. Now we are very much fine. Oh, maybe not. That was a massive hit. Okay. Whoa, okay. That just kind of gives me a wake-up call right there. That gives me a wake-up call like no one's business, where I just think to myself, okay, I need to be very careful. Need to make sure... I mean, not against this guy, because he's dead. He's floppy. He's floppy on the floor right now. Anyway, the point is, In those situations where you think to yourself, oh yeah, I've definitely got the upper hand here, I'm going to be completely fine. As soon as that happens, boom, then you get a massive amount of damage coming in, and then you start panicking, or at least I do, and then you're done. That's, you know, it's the beginning of the end, basically, at least for me in those situations. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're literally just going to go over here. Oh, it's only 7,000. I was actually hoping for a little bit more than that, but it is primarily because we are in, I was going to say Khuzait lands. It's not Khuzait territory, thank you very much. No, we are in DOTHRAKI territory. So it kind of makes sense that the horse is not going to be that expensive to sell. So otherwise, what we're going to do is I'm just going to buy a couple of step horses here. Just increase my overall speed. Can I increase it any further? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so I'm just going to sell a couple of these. There we go. Okay, one more, and there we have it. Okay, that seems like a pretty decent idea. No upgrades. No upgrades. Can probably sell the Masterwork Falchion as well, all things considered. Yeah, I'll probably just sell that. Why not? Okay, there we go. So we do have a noble mount if we want to use it ourselves. But for me personally, I'd probably not like to do that. I would actually like to sell the horse, and maybe we'll be able to do it. So otherwise, apart from that, we should probably go over here. I did actually level up my clan, by the way, as well. So next time when we get to Valerian territory, what we're going to do is we're obviously going to recruit a bunch of people. Yeah, we're going to try to recruit a bunch of people at least. Okay, so let's wait until nightfall here. We will try to deal with the hideout because it's obviously much easier to eliminate a hideout than it would be to chase down... Oh, wait a minute. This actually doesn't count. Ah, I just realized that. Yeah, this is just out of the range of the town, and so it doesn't have the marker on to indicate that it actually is eligible for the quest. So we're just going to have to do some auto-resolves against these broken men here, which obviously is kind of sad. You know, it's not really what I want to do. I'd like to have gone into the hideout, but maybe we can find another place to take a quest and actually go into the hideout over there, because we found it. You know, we might as well make good use of it. So if we can find a quest that gives us the ability to either eliminate brigands in the area or to eliminate an actual bandit hideout, then I will be very pleased indeed. Unfortunately, it seems as though there are not many broken men parties in the area here, so we're going to have to stick around and wait and see. Ooh, now this is absolutely perfect. We just got an encounter with some rogue Dothraki, and this is absolutely fantastic for multiple reasons. Because, of course, one of the reasons is that we can hopefully loot a couple of horses, which will then provide us with additional mounts for our noble troop tree, and, you know, that will make it a little bit easier to source things, make sure that they're all going to get mounted up, you know, significantly faster than they otherwise would have been, because then I'd have to spend money, and, you know, it's always kind of annoying to do that, you know, spending money to have to upgrade your guys, and then hopefully we can just focus on trying to acquire war mounts for them. And I should probably be riding the other way instead of chasing them, shouldn't I? Yeah, we kind of figured that out in the previous episode, so not sure why I'm doing it this way, but, you know, it's me. Anyway, let me see if I can... There we go. Ooh, I thought that was a kill. I thought that was a kill. Okay, never mind. 83 damage is surely going to be enough to ensure his demise. That's all we can hope for. And that's the thing. Usually what I'd do is I'd take out my bow right now and I'd fight fire with fire, you know, because they're obviously horse archers as well, and it would make the most sense for us to try and eliminate them with ranged attacks. But many times when I've tried to do that in the past, I'm just not good enough for that. My accuracy is just way too low with these kinds of situations. You know, mount-to-mount ranged combat, in my opinion, is probably some of the most difficult for me specifically to handle. But look at what we've got. This is exactly the reason why I wanted to attack these guys. Look at how amazing this bow is. So much more accuracy, so much more piercing damage. Absolutely amazing. Really, really nice to see that. And I'm actually going to be... Should I lock the horse? I'm going to lock the horse for the moment because I don't actually want to equip the noble horse at this time. So we're just going to equip the bow. and anything else we could have. And there you go. Okay, so we did actually complete this task. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly go over to... I'm actually not entirely sure where we could even complete this quest. I could go over to the... There's more Rogue Dothraki over here as well. I mean, there is a village here. So now this village also has a brigand elimination task. Now, the thing with this is that I'm sure it's in range of the hideout. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, fantastic. So we can basically just go in here and we're probably going to have a pretty good time. So let's actually head on in. Yeah, we are actually in good time too in regards to the time of day or the time of the night as it is. And we're just going to be going on in here. All right, so what do we have? Okay, so we've got some, I guess, I mean, they're just going to auto-select the best units that we have for this, the highest tier. And I can only hope that that's going to be enough. Because, I'm always a little bit dubious about heading into any bandit hideout. Technically what I could do is I could have a little bit of stealth. Technically I could do some stealth attacks. Not sure if I can really make that work. Oh, no, never mind. Apparently I can't make that work. Ooh, nice damage from this new bow though. That's nice. Okay, so unfortunately my archers are actually holding fire because of course they are. So I'm going to have to tell them to, not hold fire any further. Okay, wait a minute. This guy actually dropped a... What is this? What is this thing? Okay, I'm going to pick it up. It's a scythe or what do they call that thing again? I've now forgotten the name of it. Oh, I know what it is, but I've completely forgotten what it's called. Oh, well, never mind. I'm sure we'll see some of them in the looting screen, inevitably. But potentially, I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. It doesn't really matter at this point, as long as we actually achieve victory. That's the most important thing here. And that's the point. Should I even bother shooting anyone? I mean, the Dothraki don't have any shields, so it is... it's more likely for us to hit them. But yeah. Whoa, that guy got murdered. Absolutely murdered. Okay, well, where are the remaining forces? I assume there's one. Ice. That was a wonderful headshot. I like that. All right. Whoa. Okay. Wait a minute. The enemy leader only has what? 2 henchmen? Okay. Well, I don't fight duels with brigands, sir. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a little bit of a dance with my friends here while I shoot one of them in the back. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, let's not dwell on that fact. Let's just move on. Thank you. It's tradition, It's tradition. Anyway, there we go. We actually leveled up, surprisingly enough. I don't want to get a Valyrian Scout. I don't think Valyrian Scout is going to be that useful. Is it? I don't know, because it does go into cavalry eventually. But if you take a look at their riding skill, they have 150 in riding skill. And how much do the knights have? They have, what? Only 110. Okay, and the Dragon Knights have 140, and then the Dragon... Aha, that's when they get really beefy. When they get to their final stage, that is when they are strong. However, that kind of makes me think that these cavalry are not that bad, because they do come with 150 riding skill, 150 pole arms. They're not anything too bad. And they are tier 5s. They're slightly better than the noble upgrade line. And the noble upgrade line gets significantly better when they are maxed out. So that is something to bear in mind, I suppose. Yeah, these guys actually have different stats as well. A little, don't they? Yeah. So the Valyrian captains are actually better in two-handed and slightly better in athletics as well. No, I'm pretty happy with my choice of the pikemen. So yeah, we're just going to continue leveling those guys up into man-at-arms. And we'll go for pikemen here. And our first master archer. Very nice. Okay. And what else do we have here? Oh, really? Okay. That's a very small amount of loot. Was definitely expecting to get a little bit more there, but okay. Never mind. But this is actually a really fantastic place to come if you want to get horses for a very cheap price. Because let's face it, Dothraki, they're well known for their horses and everything. And, well... You can see here I can get step horses for 350, which is actually not that cheap. I could go to the other village down to the southeast, and I could probably buy, yeah, this one. You know, I could probably buy horses for a much cheaper price there. But I'm up here, so I might as well take a look at the town and actually see. Ooh, there is a tournament. Okay. Do I have 25 in charm skill yet? No. I am so sad right now. I am so incredibly sad because I really want to... You know what? I'm just going to spend a point in social here. I really want to get my charm skill to 25 because doing these tournaments without having that additional boost that you're going to have from the 25 level charm perk, it's night and day, you know, because it gives you 100% more. So it's just crazy. Anyway, let me see if I can actually do some damage with my bow. Wow, I'm actually doing damage with it. Oh, I hit twice. Okay, who am I? Who am I? Where did I replace myself with someone else that actually knows how to play with a bow in the tournament? Apparently I did. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know how to use it one-handed, apparently. I've just completely forgotten that. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's absolutely fine. This guy... Whoa, okay, this guy's a bow lord. He sounds ominous. I'm a little bit worried about these fellows. If we see a bow lord in battle, which I hope we won't. But if we do, let's be wary. Sure, it's rather difficult to deal with. There we go. Ooh, we've actually got... Ah, there's a bunch of lords in the fight here as well. Okay, I'd have some problems. That was a nice hit. Ooh, okay, that was a bit too inaccurate for my like. Oh, how did you get killed, sir? Oh no, that's really bad. Okay, that is real troublesome. Okay, we might have some issues. Or not if he decides to literally just not even bother defending. Bit weird. Okay, I'm gonna actually do a little bit of something here. There we go. Yeah, basically, I've kind of learned over the many years now that I've been playing Bannerlord that you know what you should do when you're, you know, up against an AI that is literally on foot with a large shield and you are on a horse in a tournament? You know what? Just don't go at them with maximum speed. If you go at them with maximum speed, you can almost assuredly bet that the enemy is going to have superior timing and is probably going to be able to eliminate you before you can even, you know, get your polearm, you know, in their face. That's pretty much how it's going to work. At least that's how it's worked for me in the many, many times where I've gone into a tournament and I've thought to myself, yes, let me charge straight at this fellow. I will couch lance him or something along those lines. And usually whenever I've done that, I've always ended up on the floor and failed to win the tournament as a result. So, in my opinion, a good way of dealing with that kind of situation is literally just to slow down. Just slow down, do little bits of damage here and there, and just try to eliminate the guy the old-fashioned way without too much of a flourish. And it's probably going to be fine. I have very little armor on, so this thrown weapon fellow can murder me very easily. I'm just going to try and dance around a little bit here. What is he doing? Did he literally just go and pick up my weapon? Yes, he did. Wow, what a cheeky so-and-so he is. Thankfully, he's dead. There we go. Well, not dead, but he's, you know, he's knocked out. And that's all we really wanted because we get another horse. Yes, we get another horse, which is going to be significant gains for us once we return to Valerian territory or, you know, specifically once we return to a place without too many horses. So let me actually just see whether this is the case here. This is actually much better. As you can see, I can just sell this for an insane amount, 15,000 in actual fact, and it might even be a good idea for me to just sell both of them straight up, just so that I have the money. 23,000. You never know what's going to happen. Maybe I'm going to get myself taken prisoner. Maybe something else is going to happen. Who knows? So it's probably a good idea. Anyway, what do you think about me purchasing some armor? It might be a good idea. Or maybe I won't, because apparently the armor is pretty terrible. Although I could get something like this. Reinforced studded shoulder pads. Maybe something like that would probably be somewhat good. Ah, that seems pretty good, actually. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, this is actually quite cheap as well, surprisingly enough. Okay, yeah, let's go and do that. Wow, that looks so incredibly weird. Yeah, that looks a little bit too weird for my liking. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna, well, we will find something else to replace my tunic, because that looks super strange, doesn't it? Those shoulder pads with the with the cloth tunic and everything. I need to replace that. Even though this is not a fashion game, let's face it. I mean, although to be fair, maybe if you look good, maybe the enemy's going to be like, whoa, okay, I don't want to deal with this guy. Maybe that's what's up. Who knows? Anyway, we now have a significant amount more space and capacity in our army, and so, well, I should be pretty good to basically just go wherever I want now. We've got 30,000 gold. It's pretty nice. We've got 12 DOTHRAKI right there. I could try and attack them. There is another hideout here as well. Is there a task here to actually eliminate this hideout? There might be. Need help with brigands. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, fine. I'm not too above this, okay? I'm not too above this. I am definitely someone that is literally just going to be like, okay, if I can take advantage of a particular situation, even if it gives me a minor gain in some way or another, then I'm perfectly happy to do that. Because even if I'm going into a hideout or I'm, fighting some random looters or whatever, as long as it gets me some kind of minor advantage, that's all very well and good, I'm not going to say, we've got 30,000 gold, that's more than enough for us. Yes, it is. It's good, it's great at this point in the game. But what about if the worst were to happen? What about if we had to pay someone 15,000 and lose half of it in one fell swoop? Then we're going to, have more problems with money, and it's just going to be, an issue. But if we have more of it, just because we have, done a minor task here, eliminated a bandit hideout there, who knows what's actually going to drop from this as well? We don't know. It could be that they're going to be giving us something amazing. We're maybe going to get, a horse or maybe some armor or something like that. You never know what's going to happen. So maybe we'll be able to get something from it. I'm actually trying to get some really nice long-range shots here. Seems like sometimes, that's what's actually really funny. Whenever I try to go for a long-range shot, it's like that thing where you want to show someone something. So let's say you want to show your friend something really cool in a game or whatever, and you show them the thing, and it never works as you want it to work when you're actually playing it. You know what I mean? It's exactly like that, because when I say to you, oh yeah, let's try and get some long-range shots, let me try to get those long-range shots. And as soon as I try to do that, lo and behold, you know what happens? I just miss. Just miss, clearing, well, easily. Yeah. Anyway, let's just shoot this guy. This guy's literally the easiest one to kill in the entire hideout, in my opinion. Anyone else up here? Nope. Certainly not. All right. Ooh, that water looks very cool. Look at that. I mean, literally, it looks very blue. Let's just say that. This one doesn't have any water in. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing. I'm looking at the water in a bucket. But, to be fair, that is something that is quite rare, It's like one of those things that you kind of just don't really see that often. At least I have not stopped to smell the proverbial roses, so to speak. Anyway, let's just say I'm not going to fight this guy in a duel. I'm just going to shoot my guy in the back. No, I didn't this time. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's absolutely fine. 33 damage with that. Did we actually level up our bow skill? Yeah, look at that. We actually leveled up our bow skill by 6 points and our athletics by 5. That's pretty good. I actually think that's not too bad. The amount of gains that we're getting right now, pretty good. Not too shabby. Oh, hello. Okay, wait a minute. Why is this so good? Why is this fine DOTHRAKI armor so incredibly good for us? Now we're going to look absolutely hilarious. Elias is not too sure about what's going on here, but yeah, we got a banner as well. This is exactly the reason why I said to you, these little minor encounters, they can really make a big difference. And it doesn't really matter whether you... Whoa, okay, hello. It doesn't really matter whether you, have 100,000 gold or 10,000 gold or whatever. I think it's always kind of worth it most of the time to do these kinds of things because you never know what's going to happen. Anyway, we did complete the task, which is somewhat good. And we do have a bit of a trade rumor from, I think it's over there, or is it over here? No, I think it's over here. So we're going to go over here and see how much it is to sell the oil in this marketplace. Because I'm kind of thinking that maybe if we can find a more adequate supply of oil, not sure if there is such a thing. I think oil is actually created from something, so obviously it's not something that the villages will sell. But if you take a look here, look at this. The oil is actually 400, and I believe you can actually sell it at that other place for maybe 600. Not entirely sure on that, but I'm just going to sell it nevertheless. And yeah, maybe we should sell a bunch of other stuff here too. And look at this salt. We can actually sell this salt for a significant amount as well. And I think we're pretty good to move on. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do smithing at this point, because technically what I could do is I could create a nice weapon. I could definitely create a nice weapon. I could get a really, really cool two-handed sword or something like that. And I could just refrain from using smithing to provide me with money. Because that is obviously, most of the time, that's a bit of a controversial subject for some reason. I don't know why, but a lot of people seem to frown very much heavily upon using smithing that often. So it's a bit weird to me, but you know, that's just how people are, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, apart from that, we now have the opportunity to potentially buy some better armor here as well. Maybe, let me just see here. Helmet's too expensive. Kind of want a better helmet, but this is just not good enough in my opinion. This is okay. For 1.8. Yeah, it's not that great, is it? It's not that great. This is giving me more body armor. More body armor is always good. It's kind of weird that this gives us more body armor. Okay, sure, fine. Okay, fine. We're going to go full DOTHRAKI here. Which is very, very funny considering I just purchased that thing. And do they have any do they have any helmets? Do they have any helmets? I don't think they have any helmets. I don't think so, at least. So I'm probably going to buy this. Should I even, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother buying that. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know, buying something for 1.8 for a measly, what, 4 armor? 4 armor gain? I mean, sometimes I think that could probably save your life. But in this case, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna miss that for the moment. And yeah, we're just gonna move on to Mirin here. Hopefully we're gonna be able to do something with some of the merchants in this area as well, because I wouldn't mind actually purchasing an enterprise, but I have no idea how much the enterprises are going to even make. Because here's the thing. Look at this. This is a flax village. This is a horse village, sheep, and grain. So very, very weird, you know, kind of spread of things. So it's going to be hard to kind of determine what enterprises are going to perform the best in this area. So that's kind of the thing that I'm a bit worried about. Anyway, should I actually purchase some more steppe horses? I don't think so, actually. I think we might start to get a depreciation potentially. I am actually going to be never mind. I'm actually going to be recruiting more units here, not from this place, because I actually want to recruit Valyrian units only. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. We're not going to be even rescued prisoners. I'm just going to be rescuing the prisoners and then donating them to a nearby garrison as soon as possible. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. Just going to get rid of these prisoners, even though there could be a manual labor quest somewhere around here. Here are the Valyrian recruits. Let's just try and get as many of them as possible. There is actually a tournament going on here as well. So I wouldn't mind. Should I actually do it? Yeah, I do want to do it, but there are some mounted raiders here which I wouldn't mind fighting first if we can. There we go. These guys are actually quite tough, as you can tell from the combat strength. Even if we outnumber them, they're still providing a pretty significant challenge. So I am wondering what they have that is actually going to be a bit difficult for us to deal with. I'm going to assume that they actually have some decent-ish gear, or maybe they're relatively high tier or something like that, and maybe they might be able to give it to us. Yes, we will forcefully take it from them, aka they will gift it to us rather nicely. Yes, indeed. Let me just try and get a little bit of bow skill here and there. Yeah, these are hillmen. Okay, yeah, these are hillmen. This is not that bad. And we do have a bunch of archers now as well. I'm trying to balance my army out quite well, because in the past I've done things like I'm only going to use horse archers, I'm only going to use infantry, and so on and so forth. And some of the time, if you're doing a challenge, you know, a challenge run or something like that, then yeah, doing that kind of thing is perfectly fine. But if you want to be effective and you want to be as efficient as possible when you're going into warlike situations, you really want to have exactly the composition you want when you need it the most. Anyway, let's just take these prisoners here, and we'll just level up some more of these guys. I do need to get some war mounts, don't I? But the war mounts are quite expensive right now, so not sure how that's going to go really, but I don't know. We're just going to have to roll with it and see what happens. We're going to continue doing some tasks for the Valyrian vassals as well, and hopefully now that I am tier 1, I will be able to become a mercenary for them as well, which means that I will be able to participate in some early game battles. And bear in mind that because we have such a smallish army, and I don't know whether I really care too much if we are defeated or if we lose a bunch of them, because we are so close to the start, you know, it's pretty early on, then we don't really need to worry too much about it. You know, we can kind of, you know, just sit back, take our time. Ah, I see. I think I know the reason why it took so long for us to load into this. I think it is because of Daenerys being here. As you can see, she is actually present in this tournament. So I am now very worried because I'm not sure what her combat stats are like. I have not seen them. So this is going to be interesting. Alright, well that was easy enough, wasn't it? However, we are now up again. Wait a minute, did she already get... She already lost! No! Okay, well that's actually kind of sad, because I wouldn't have minded actually fighting against her, because I thought it might be quite fun, but okay. Never mind, she was eliminated in the first round. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? You know, sometimes you literally just get unlucky with your teammate, potentially. Maybe, you know, maybe her teammate ran in, maybe she ran in, who knows? We don't know what happened, so... That's kind of unfortunate. But we have met her now, technically, so we should be able to take a look at her skills, possibly. And then maybe we'll be able to see exactly what's going on with her. And who knows? Maybe we can... Can we marry her, actually, in this mod? I have no idea. That's the point. You know, as I said before, we didn't really do too much in Essos in the previous series of Realm of Thrones, so... being able to marry her was not really on the cards ever. But we are right next to her, so why not? You know, we might as well try. I don't know whether it's even possible. But if it is, let's give it a go, I guess, right? Let's give it a go. That's why we need the charm skill, I guess. Yeah, we need the charm skill leveled up. Hopefully we're going to be able to get that. I'm not entirely sure why it's actually taking so long for us to level it up anyway, because technically competing in tournaments and completing tasks and all that stuff should be giving me much more charm skill, but it seems like it's a little bit slower than normal. Not sure why. Maybe it's because I just didn't spec a huge number of focus points in it. Maybe that's the reason. Trying a little bit of jiggery-pokery with my shield here. Not sure if that's really making that much of a difference, as you can see. It doesn't seem to really stun him for long enough. There we go. And he's done. Oh, no. Oh, I was actually hoping for another 20 damage there, but no. There we have it. Okay, fantastic. We did actually achieve victory. We got a... Oh, we got a helmet. What do you bet that helmet is better than what I have? If it is, then that's actually great, because that means that I saved that 1800, because I otherwise would have bought the helmet for 1800. Would have been pretty terrible. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. Anyway, I have to pay a bribe to enter the keep. Is she even here? No, is she, what? She's not even here? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe, wait a minute, maybe she is, but I'm just not seeing it. Let's actually have a look. Yeah, you can send ravens as well, by the way, which is really cool in my opinion. I really like that. But yeah, as you can see, these are her combat skills. They're actually not that good, but she has a huge amount of them. Very, very wide array of things that she can do. And yeah, okay, that's... Wait a minute, is this actually... Is this lore-based, or is this literally what just happened? Because if this is literally just what happened, that's actually really funny. Because that's kind of, you know, kind of similar. I mean, you know, is it accurate to the lore? That's what I'm saying. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Anyway, plus 10% weapon handling while on foot. I think I'm probably going to be taking that, even though minus 15% armor weight would be amazing if I was an infantry-based character. Not going to take that, though. I'll take Fury for the moment. And what else do we have here? 10% armor penetration. Yeah, I'll go for the 10% armor penetration, even though I don't... I don't know. 10% armor penetration is just not that much, in my opinion. It doesn't... It's going to do a very small amount of extra damage, but all damage is good, right? All damage is good. Anyway, I'm going to pay the bribe to enter the keep. There she is. Okay, so we can now actually speak to her. Hello there.
Your pardon? I did not catch your name.
Oh, I did not catch your name. Aha, yes, okay. There's something I'd like to discuss. I would like to enter your service. I would like to be... Oh, our kingdom is not at war. We have no use for mercenaries. Oh, well, that's actually sad. Okay, well, I'm actually not going to propose the marriage just yet because I literally have, well, pretty much zero charm skill. There's no real... You know, there's no point in me trying to do that because I literally just have no persuasive efforts whatsoever here. I do have 48 size, though, in my army, which is actually really good. So let me actually just make my way down here, and we'll see what we can do. Because I do need to recruit some more people. I need to get some more. Horses. Make sure we're moving as fast as we possibly can. Yeah, we're probably just going to get these. I don't really want to spend too much, though. Oh, there's the Nomad. Oh, okay, that's actually a lot better than I anticipated, but yeah, that's pretty nice. That is a pretty significant increase right there. Okay, and we're going to just pay 1,500. That's not too bad. And as I say, maybe what we can do is we can find a town that has a bunch of villages tied to it that actually have decent-ish production. So I'm talking about, you know, maybe if there's a town with a bunch of grain, then we can, you know, get a brewery or something like that. Or, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's actually the case, though. It seems like a lot of the villages in and around the area are doing a smattering of, well, everything. So it might be a bit difficult for us. Anyway, we're just going to recruit these guys, and we can probably recruit these fellows as well. These are going to be noble units, and we can there's actually a hideout over there. I'm actually wondering if this... Wait a minute, does this guy have a... it needs help with brigands. Okay, so I'm going to assume that that's probably going to mark that hideout over there for destruction, which might make sense. Might make sense for us to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping for the hideout destruction mission, to be honest. But once we have a significant amount more troops, which is what I'm hoping to do here, we should be able to actually start doing escort merchant caravan missions. And that is, in my opinion, far and away the best way to gain renown, the best way to get experience, and money as well, all in one fell swoop. So it's kind of what I'm hoping for here. Anyway, that's actually going to be it for this episode. If you would like to check out Realm of Thrones, there is a link in the description to the download page. You can download the previous version and you can start playing right away, or you can wait for 4.0, which is what I'm playing on right now. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.